People in the town too tough to die say they're in a fight for its survival. Tombstone is squaring off against the U.S. Forest Service over the rights to its water pipelines in the Huachucas Mountains. Today, dozens of volunteers from the Shovel Brigade made the tough trek to repair the monsoon damage to the pipes. But as 9 News Side's Claire Dewan shows us, the hike is nothing compared to the challenges they may face this fire season.
The people of Tombstone are using shovels this time to square off with the feds for what they think is a life and death cause.
This is an important issue for us. You know, we don't have enough water to keep the town from burning down. You know, it's a National Historic Monument. This is crazy. But, you know, we're all here to fight it, so here we are.
And so volunteers of the Shovel Brigade make their way up the steep Huachucas Mountains to fix the city's water lines, lugging up what tools they could. The U.S. Forest Service says any heavy equipment would disrupt the wildlife.
And the argument that if you go up here, you're going to disturb the environment or wildlife here.
Well, let me ask you a question. Take a look around. It seems like the Forest Service didn't manage our forest properly, like by taking the stuff that would burn out of it, and it all burned down. I don't see an owl sitting in a burnt tree.
An emergency that's resonated with communities across the country, many of them in the same fight, sending hundreds of shovels to Tombstone in support. Some people, like Utah Representative Ken Ivory, drove down to Arizona to join the force.
Tombstone has just minutes of water between its health, safety, and welfare and going up in smoke. And it's a town that under federal regulation has to be preserved as a National Historic Site, and that very federal government is blocking it from the life-giving water.
From where we parked our car to the destination of where they're going to fix the pipeline, we were told we'll take an hour and a half to hike up there. And as you can see, a very steep hike up, especially for people who are carrying shovels and other equipment to do the work.
It's a little arduous. You have to hump up the mountain just to get to the work site where you've got to work. So it's an interesting experience, isn't it?
Interesting as in tiring. One man in his 70s had heat exhaustion. We took a wrong turn and had to virtually slide back down to where the others were. But that's only the trek up. Once at the pipeline, volunteers had to clear debris and make repairs by hand. Tough work in triple-digit heat before heading back down. But for many, the manual labor is the easy part. Protecting Tombstone is the real battle.
Do you think a different town than Tombstone would have dealt with this a whole nother way?
Well, I can't speak for another town, but I know my neighbors, and, you know, they don't call us a town too tough to die for nothing.
Reporting from the Huachucas Mountains, Claire Dewan, KGUN-9, on your side.
The Forest Service has allowed Tombstone access to only 3 of its springs. The city has not been allowed to work on the remaining 21.